Hello there, I'm Scotty. You're not welcome to the start of the 12 days of Christmas here on the channel. And as mentioned, this year I'm doing Christmas specials. Although two of these you can consider Christmas episodes, but I watched them as specials as a kid, so we are starting with a classic. I mentioned in my video that I uploaded that these were all ones from my childhood. I'm sure everybody grew up with a Charlie Brown Christmas. That's what we're talking about today. But most of these are from mostly the late 80s, early 90s, around the time that I was growing up. Except for this one, which came out in 1965, which is before my mom was even born. But the rest will be like from, I think the Little Troll Prince, which I'm doing on day 6, whichever that day falls. Today's 14, so 15, 16, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Day 19, I guess. 19th was 87. And then the Simpsons episode, which was the first episode, was 89. The only episode that ever aired in the 80s, by the way, which we'll talk about. But we're talking about Charlie Brown Christmas, a classic Christmas special. As said before, I wanted to do Rudolph and Frosty, but maybe next year. But the plot of Charlie Brown Christmas is such. Charlie Brown is feeling kind of down on Christmas. Feels like it's all about commercialism. And he doesn't get any Christmas cards. So he's put in charge of their school Christmas pageant by Lucy, who clearly would not have any authority to do that, but does it anyway. And he seeks to find the true meaning of Christmas. So, of course, we start with Christmas time is here. Do, 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 do. Yes, there's ice skating, the title card comes up. All that fun stuff, of course. And, yeah. But Charlie Brown is going to check the mail, and he has no Christmas cards in his mail. He doesn't even have regular mail. Of course, now he's feeling down because he feels like no one cares, right? He and Linus are walking around, Linus with his blankie, of course. But then he happens upon Lucy, who, of course, is selling her wares for 5 cents. Of course she is. And offers to talk to him. And, I love this because they're talking about fears. It works better here than when they do it again later with Schroeder. I love Schroeder. Schroeder is my favorite character, by the way. My favorite Peanuts character. I know, Schroeder, really? The sister plays the piano. But it's the way he does things in this special that certifies him as my favorite. Just how he can do so much without saying a word. And we'll get to it. But here, he's trying to figure out what the problem is. And Lucy's listing out fears. The fear of flying, fear of whatever. And then she lists something else off. And he's like, what's that? She's like, the fear of everything. He's like, that's it! And she flips over the thing. And so that's when she suggests to be the director of their school play, which again she would not have the authority to do, but since all the adults are I guess that's gonna have to work. Right? Yeah, there was really no adults on the channel. It was an off-screen. That's what it was. So on the way to the school for the directed play, he runs into Snoopy, who doesn't get a lot to do. He does some. He is entering his doghouse in a Christmas light decoration contest, which surely would not count as a doghouse, but hey, far be it from me to disagree with Snoopy. Alright? I don't think we even get Woodstock in this, but he's decorating his house. And then Charlie Brown and Reese's like, my own dog. all turned into commercialism. So, they do this pageant, and he's trying to direct it. And, often he gets to talking, and then the next thing you know, he's just trying to direct it, and they're not listening. They're doing that, like, okay, let's do this, and then they play that. It's like, well, that is now a Christmas song. Like, they play it during Christmas time all the time. Nowadays, or back then, no, I mean, you wouldn't think so. There's, like, other songs to play, right? And so he's very confused on this. But Lucy sends him to go, I believe it's Lucy, sends him to go get a Christmas tree for the production, so he goes to do that. Meanwhile, we get the scene, like this starts with Snoopy, and one of the only big scenes he has in this, where Schroeder's playing the piano, and Snoopy starts to dance to it. He's dancing on the piano, and then he stops, and they both look at him, and he's like, and runs off. And then it cuts to he just starts playing like Mozart or something. And we get one of my favorite parts. Again, how Schroeder could say so much without saying a damn thing. Where she's like, do you know Jingle Bells? And he's like, ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. She goes, no. Jingle Bells, Christmas and ho-ho-ho. Ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum, boom. Sounds like an organ. No. Jingle Bells, Ding, ding, ding. And his face will... Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. That's it! She does the spin. Again, it was funnier with Charlie Brown earlier. But, yeah. So Charlie Brown goes with Linus to get a new tree, and of course he gets the dinkiest looking tree there, because of course you can make a mountain out of a molehill, that old saying, and he brings it in, and it's a little rinky-dinky thing, and they laugh at it, they scoff at it, like, that's not a tree, but it's another thing that's become a staple of Christmas. The place I clean for work, they have one with Linus's blanket wrapped around the bottom. So, excuse me. So yeah, it's become a Christmas staple, much like the song. So they laugh at it, and then Charlie Brown asks what the true meaning of Christmas is. Without going all into it, we know it's Jesus Christ. The birth of Jesus Christ. We know that is the true meaning of Christmas, which of course gets lost on so many people, especially in the main days. By the 90s, at least everything was presents, more and more, which is represented in the Garfield Christmas special, which we'll talk about tomorrow, but, especially in the opening. But, that's what it's all about, is, birth of Jesus Christ and the three wise men, even though supposedly he wasn't actually born on the 25th, but we'll go ahead with that. We'll just, do not disrespect the Bible by denying that. So after that, he goes out into like the middle of an open field, and he puts a red bulb on the tree, and he's like, I killed it. Oh, I forgot to mention another one of my favorite parts. During the production, it's all Snoopy and Lucy. He sniffed the root beer. He sniffed my root beer, and then Snoopy licks her on the face. Oh, I've been licked on the dog. Call a doctor. Get some disinfectant. Get some iodine. Love that part. Anyway, so this thing falls over. Charlie Brown's had enough. He's like, I killed it. He runs off. Everybody comes in and turns us into a big, beautiful tree. Somehow. And then you get the ooh, and you get the Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown, which I believe was the original title of the thing. I swear that's what it was called, but now they call it Charlie Brown Christmas. But, And then they sing the actual song, Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn king. Like, sing the whole thing. So, that song. I don't know all the words. I know that part. It's not one of the Christmas carols I go to. Jingle Bells, Jingle Bell Rock, Jingle Bells. I can't think of any ones. But yeah, it's a TV show, so of course I'm not going to give it a rating. But this is a classic. This is, pretty much a classic, beginning to end. And this is one that, hold on a minute. The alarm was going to go off to tell me to go check my laundry. I didn't want it in the video. So this is a classic. This is one of those things where it's required to watch on Christmas, around Christmas time. So Charlie Brown is one of those requirements. And I just bought this. I didn't own it. They used to have it on ABC every year, and then they stopped for some reason. But it is a bona fide Christmas classic. There's another thing on here. It's Christmas Time Again, Charlie Brown. Which is weird because he used to pair it with A Dog for Christmas, Charlie Brown, which is something that came out, I don't know, the 2000s. But there's also Pigpen. In here, right there. He played the innkeeper. He goes, despite my looks, I keep a tidy inn or something like that. So I like. Also, I feel like this wouldn't happen. How are they skating together? She hates Snoopy. But anyway, when it comes to the Peanuts, you think of this and you think of the football thing, which I believe is in the Thanksgiving one or the Easter one. One of the two. May even be the Great Pumpkin. I don't know. But yes, a bona fide Christmas classic it is. So, what are your thoughts on A Charlie Brown Christmas? Let me know in the comments below. These half-hour special ones will probably be shorter videos over the ones that, like the David Copperfield I'm doing. Not the guy who can make an elephant disappear, but the Charles Dickens cartoon classic from the 90s is an hour and a half. So that one's probably going to be a little bit long. And it'll be interesting to watch that again, because some of these I haven't watched in a while. This I've seen a million times. And the next one I watched last year during this. But it'll be interesting to some of the ones I haven't seen in a while. Like a Cool Like That Christmas. That'll be interesting. Anyway, so thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.